Hello classmates, it's time to talk about my election as your class president. When you vote for me, you're voting for a change. Let me give you an example. Our class fundraisers in the past have come up short due to lack of student participation, and that's why you paid $85 to go to prom this year. I have an idea on how to fix that. This fundraising idea is used by many other schools in the area, and it's called Senior Seek Out. Each person pays an entry fee, and the student government organizes what will be a series of rounds that are week-long. You are given a person who is also participating, and you must seek them out with a water gun. The winner gets a part of the prize pool, and there are rules to protect you at school and at school sporting events, so it's fair. That is just one of the many ideas I have. Also, if you vote for me, you're voting for better class shirts. In the past, our class has struggled with this, and I personally guarantee class shirts you will want to buy. Vote for Gore, and you'll get more.
Hi everyone, I'm Samson, and I'm ready to be your senior class president. After being vice president of our class this past year and a class rep in previous years, I have the experience needed to make our senior year run efficiently. I have seen what works well in our government, and I know what needs to be improved. So far for next year, our class is well off financially with booking a nice venue for senior prom. However, I would like to continue fundraising to make prom tickets and senior week tickets as affordable as possible. If elected, I promise to responsibly run events such as the talent show and Valentine carnation sales, which are normally held by the senior class. For Spirit Week, I want to see our class dominate with a fun, organized dance and clever themes to the week. This past year, I've been a delegate for our school to the Northeastern Massachusetts Association of Student Councils with Jack Eccles. There, I collaborated with other schools on ideas for fundraising, dances, and possible charity events. As vice president this past year, I've been open to hearing my peers' ideas and opinions, and I've made it my priority to give each of you a great high school experience through our class events. I look forward in continuing these ideals and leading our class in a positive direction. Thank you for considering me for this important position, and be sure to vote Amanda G in 2015 for a Best of Both Worlds senior year.
Hello, my fellow classmates. My name is Steele, and I am running for class of 2015 Vice President. I have taken a genuine interest in the success of our class as a whole over the past 3 years and want to be personally involved in the last. Due to my leadership roles inside and outside of Melrose High School, I have been able to acquire skills in communication and cooperation that will guide the class of 2015 to a triumphant senior year. My creativity and outgoing personality will be a major benefactor in working with our class president to plan and organize fundraisers and other events to benefit our class. Thank you for listening and for considering me for Vice President of the class of 2015. While filling out your ballots, remember to stick with Steele.
Hello, class of 2015. I'm Addison Dowel. If you saw Mr. Melrose, you may also know me as international pop star Shakira. I want to be the vice president of this class because senior year is finally upon us, and I want to be part of the student government administration that is going to make this senior year incredible. We've only got one more prom left, and if I was in student government, I would stop at nothing to make sure that our prom is the best prom we can possibly manage. A prom so good that if George Washington were here today, he would look on and say, "Wow, Addison, super good job. This prom is really great. Fighting the British was worth it just to create a nation that would allow you to hold such an amazing prom." That's what I hope to do. And if you believe in a prom that would make George Washington proud, you should vote for me. Thank you, and God bless America.
Hello, class of 2016. I am Jen Cardardo, and I'm running for class president. I believe I have all the characteristics for being the leader of our class. I am very hardworking, and I am ready to take on the responsibilities that come with being a president. I am a very organized person, which will be perfect for arranging junior and senior prom, both which I have creative and original ideas for. To fund for our prom and other social events, I plan to create fun and new ways to raise money for our class, as well as host our fundraisers at popular and successful locations. I am aware that the student government before me has promised many events and changes to our class, but continuously, no changes have been made. As president, I plan to be the change and improve many things for the better. By taking in consideration of my classmates' ideas, I hope to include everyone's opinions and please the class as a whole. I am concerned of the lack of funding provided by our class, which ultimately affects our important events, including prom. With junior prom approaching quickly, if elected, I plan to properly fund and organize a successful night. Not only do I want to create a successful prom, but create a successful and social year entirely. Not only planning for junior year, but if elected, I plan to collect money and fund for senior year ahead to ensure a successful and fulfilled year. By listening and appreciating everyone's ideas, I hope to bring our class together and allow everyone to be considered and important. Thank you, and vote for Jen.
Good morning. My name is Joe Hamilton, and I'm here to tell you why I would make a good leader and president for the class of 2016. I'm a hard worker and never going easy in something once I start it, because I can't be happy with a bad job having my name on it. My goals for the 2014 to 15 school year are to bring in a ton of money for our class and make prom very nice, but pay off at least 80% of the ticket cost with money earned through fundraisers. This year, there has not been enough focus on earning money, and it would be more beneficial to hold fundraisers that involve the whole town and not just high schoolers, such as car washes, advertisements for ski lodges, where a large group of people go or Melrose families receive a discount for growing up as a group. The ski lodge will gain business, people in Melrose have a good time, and our class earns a percent of the profit for helping advertise. With the profit earned from these fundraisers, I could put money toward party buses instead of regular buses to prom, and get them for a reasonable price too, through personal connections. Plus, awesome themes such as Masquerade Ball, Gatsby theme, a Moulin Rouge theme, and even more that I haven't listed are all potential ideas. Ultimately, prom should be about what the students want, so I will make sure everyone is asked for their ideas, and we will take polls to see what the best ideas are. On top of that, with the money earned, I could pay off any existing deposit so we can move the date of prom and have nicer weather. Additional money could go toward things such as buying flip-flops to hand out to the girls at prom so they don't have to dance in heels all night. With me as president, you can trust that you always have somebody who is thinking of bigger and better plans and will never stop improving. The last years of high school are supposed to be the best years of your life, and you want to know for certain that will happen. Elect me, Joe Hamilton, as president, and I will make visible improvements to our junior year.
Hello, class of 2016. My name is Dan Willett. But most of you know me by Thunder Dan, so please sit back and I'll tell you my plan. As president, I'll always be clear, because as juniors we have a big year. Only got 2 more years ahead of us, but I have plenty of ideas, so don't fuss. Prom is gonna be our biggest venue, so I have fundraisers on our menu to help lower costs of our prom so that everyone can have a great time. Fundraising is my main priority. To help the class, I'm gonna need the majority. Having raffles to help us make some dough, it's all about the Benjamins, but you already know. In the hallways, I'll have an open ear to help meet the class's needs all year. We'll do activities to help the community so that everyone in Melrose can live in unity. Lending a quick hand can always help, because in Melrose, it's not all about yourself. My class spirit will not be unsaid. Everyone knows I bleed white and red. I'm a Red Raider through and through. With your votes, I'll show you what I can do. Thank you. Thunder Dan, out.
Good morning, class of 2016. How would you answer the question, in which direction do you see Melrose High School's class of 2016 going as of now? If you're not sure, then I have a proposal for you. Vote me, Natalie Rogan, for our class president, and I promise you, that answer will be a positive one. The role of the class president requires great time management and responsibility, 2 of many qualities that I have to help our class. I have many ambitious goals for this class, and I believe that we can achieve each and every one of them. Notice how I said we. I want our student government to be a group effort full of collaboration to make all our class events the best they can possibly be. This shouldn't be all about one person's ideas, but rather our ideas, yours and mine. Our fundraisers will be collaborative and profitable. The current student government that represents our class has fallen behind the other classes in both fundraising and teamwork. This needs to change, and I will see to it that happens. Our government should be something we have pride in. We not only want to represent our class, but all of Melrose High School with our heads held high. I know that many of you are worried about prom. One of my biggest priorities will be prom and making it the best night of not only junior, but senior year too. I say, the bigger the better. In order to do that, we'll have lots of fundraisers that appeal to the entire class, because what's the point of having a fundraiser where nobody wants one? The more money we make, the less you will have to pay for your prom tickets junior and senior year. I will make prom a night we'll never forget. So vote me for our class president, and together, we can make our last 2 years truly amazing. Thank you.
Hello, class of 2016. My name is Andrew Fox, and I am running for re-election as your class president. I am honored to have represented all of you this year. We have a very diverse student body with many interests and talents. Among us are scholars, musicians, athletes, artists, technicians, dancers, and actors, just to name a few. In our class, we have students who are from all over the world, who speak many different languages, and who have unique cultural perspectives. Entering this year, I knew that if we worked together and leveraged our collective skill sets, we would reach our goals. And we sure did. We had a very successful year with several successful fundraisers, raffles, and that awesome superhero theme Frostborn. We also have our junior prom scheduled for May 8th, 2015 at the beautiful Black Swan Country Club in Georgetown, Massachusetts. The proceeds from our junior prom will almost completely cover our senior prom, making tickets inexpensive and allowing us to have an awesome senior week. Many of our events, such as Dances and Spirit Week, are financed by our fundraisers, which were made successful by all of you. We reached out to the student body for support, and you all delivered, giving us the financial options we currently have. Last year, I stated that it is my belief that part of our mission as a class should be greater than serving our own needs, but we should also give back to the community. The same community that supports us and funds our school. So in turn, I established a benefactor program in which I solicited a local business to match dollar for dollar one of our Liberty Bell fundraisers to help benefit Mayor Dolan's emergency fund. This fund aids struggling Melrose families that are experiencing a financial crisis. Last year, I met with the mayor and he was delighted to hear of our support of his charity. I told the mayor that we would try to expand this benefactor program next year so that we could increase the total number of local businesses participating and increase our overall contribution. Lastly, I discussed with the mayor how our fundraisers help to offset the costs for our social events, like prom. Mayor Dolan said that he would help us and participate in one of our fundraisers next year so that we could raise more money. We need to think about the best way to leverage Mayor Dolan's offer to participate in one of our fundraisers. In closing, I want to thank all of you for your support in this past year. We've had a very good year as we achieved our goals, and there is no reason to change the trajectory of our bright future. It is a privilege to represent this class, and it would be an honor to do so next year. Thank you, and I am asking for your vote. Have a nice day.
Hello, class of 2016. My name is Maya Telwar Hebert, and I am running for vice president. My belief is that our student government should represent the best of what the class of 2016 has to offer. Among us are athletes, scholars, and artists, each with a voice and opinion essential to our success. With your help, I can turn our student government into an institution that we can be proud of, one that takes advantage of these talents in ways that benefit us, as well as Melrose as a whole. In order for this to be possible, we need a leader that above all shows credibility. A credible leader is one who is able to be genuine and truthful, one with a legitimate plan for the future of our class, who sets realistic goals and listens to the opinions of you, the class of 2016. I believe that I can be this leader. It is also important that our vice president take their job seriously. I am willing to commit a large portion of my time to making the class of 2016 the most successful that it can be. If elected, student government will become my top priority. Not only does this mean attending meetings and setting up for fundraisers and events, but also being there to listen to your concerns whenever possible and doing my best to act on them quickly and efficiently. As juniors, one of the most important and exciting prospects is prom. If elected as your vice president, I plan to make prom my top priority. An outstanding prom depends upon the amount of fundraising we're able to conduct. I intend on planning fundraisers that are not only fun and enjoyable, but that you are interested in attending. Know that a vote for me is a vote for change. It's time that our student government stepped up to the plate with fresh ideas and innovative concepts. Together, we can set a new and better standard for Melrose High School. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Christian Hasham, and I just want to say how much of an honor it has been to be elected twice for vice president. I'm rerunning for this position because I have 2 years experience, and with this, I have a better idea how to satisfy our grade. This class elected me twice, so I must be doing something good, right? You're probably thinking, oh, it's his muscular physique. But actually, a large number of you have come up to me in the past 2 years and told me how I actually care about the grade and how I actually do things in student government. I think this plays a key role in student government and how I represent this class. Student government had a very successful sophomore year. We had multiple restaurant fundraisers and a freshman dance that was much more fun than the one we had freshman year. I helped book our junior prom by personally communicating back and forth between student government and Black Swan to discuss the details of our prom. Since we've already booked our junior prom, the only thing we can do is make the ticket prices cost less. I plan on working during the summer to secure restaurant fundraisers to raise money for our junior year from places like Fudd's, Larry Bell, and even Chipotle. I promise to be much more prepared for Spirit Week instead of us running around to get t-shirts or decorations. I can guarantee that our junior year will be the most successful and well-prepared year above our freshman and sophomore years. Thank you very much, good luck to the rest of the candidates, and have a great day.
Hello, I'm Bella Federico, and this year I'll be running for president of the sophomore class. I will be so happy to lead us next year, and I'm looking forward to bringing in many new ideas. If elected president, I would love to hear everyone's ideas for Froshmore, Spirit Week, prom, and other class events. I'll be more than willing to fit fundraisers at convenient times for sports and other after-school activities. Being such a strong, spirited class, we have the potential to be very successful in the coming years. Class of 2017, let's make this a memorable and enjoyable year. And remember, vote Feta, I'll make things better.
7 months ago, I promised all of you a prosperous freshman year. This was a promise our student government kept. This year, myself and the incredible government I got to work with raised over $1,000 in fundraising, had a very successful Froshmore, and figured out how to best work together to make these next 3 years the best they can be. Next year, I want to expand on that success. I want to work on booking more fundraisers that students and parents alike want to go to. I want to have the best Froshmore the school has ever seen, so the class of 2017 can have the best prom the school has ever seen. I'm proud to live in Melrose. I'm proud to go to Melrose High School. I want to build a student government we can all be proud of. Thank you for supporting me as freshman class president, and I hope I can count on your support sophomore year. Remember, I'm Rachel Freed, and I approve this message.
Hi, I'm Talisha Porter. I'm running for student class president, and you may be wondering why you should vote for me. Let me tell you, I would do my best to figure out ideas to raise money for fundraisers, such as Froshmore and other events. Vote for Talisha Porter, and good luck to all my other candidates running.
Hi, my name is Krista Barbaro, and I'm running for the president for the class of 2017. Over this school year, I will hope to bring new ideas to the table, but also take in as many ideas from the student body as I can. I'm very easy to talk to, so if you have any ideas you want to contribute to the board, I will be more than happy to listen and incorporate everyone's ideas. I have many ideas for prom. I would love to have an impact on the class's activities and do my best to have the best fundraisers so we can have an amazing junior and senior prom. Please consider me for the position of the president for the class of 2017.
Hi, I'm Kara Fahey, and I'm running for vice president of our class. I will be sure to bring creative ideas to the student government and support the class. I will be present at every meeting and dedicate myself to every project. I will put in the best of my ability, and I will work to make our Froshmore, Spirit Week, fundraisers, and prom successful so we can have a lot of money for future events that will be put towards our junior and senior years. Vote me for vice president.
Hey, class of 2017. I'm Jeannie Fan, and I'm running to be your class vice president for sophomore year. First of all, I'd like to say thank you so much to you and the student government for having such a successful freshman year, including things like the pep rally, Spirit Week, Froshmore, and other fundraisers. They were very successful thanks to you. I'm not going to go off about my attributes and qualities as a leader, because that should have been reflected in the past year. But rather, I want to tell you that on a personal note, I sincerely care about the student body and what we have to offer. We go to school for 4 years every day, not to just receive an education, but to spend time with our peers, our friends, our teachers, and evidently make memories that will last a lifetime. And I think sophomore year makes a lot of room for that. And as a leader and as a person, I really do want to deliver that to you. So, as your friend, as your classmate, and as your main chick, I want to be able to do the same. So, if you want, vote for me for vice president.